Richard. Forward.
See, we got a lot of Cub Scouts and Girl Scouts. 33. Now we have the Pledge of Allegiance led by the Cub Scouts and the Girl Scouts. Now we'll have a song, The Star-Spangled Banner, by John Stafford, led by the 4th grade, and Mrs. Abestow, and everybody please keep standing. Kingsford Legion Post 363, Mr. Lewis Adams. Louis.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for the men and women who have served our country with dedication and courage. We are grateful for their sacrifices which ensure our freedom and security. Bless them abundantly, Lord, as they have mercy. Amen.
You may be seated. At this time, we have a chair over here, and that's meant for the ones who never came home. It's a POWMIA chair, and we always want to remember the ones that left and we never saw them again, and always wondered what happened to them. So at this time, our Sergeant at Arms from the Kingsford Sons of the American Legion, Mr. TJ Van Pembroke will place the cover on the chair, so we'll never forget. Thank you, TJ. At this time, usually I say a couple of things. Sometimes I get carried away. I try not to do that too often. But years ago when Woodland first opened up, we never had a veterans program here, and we had three guys, Marv Federley, Myron Federley, and Royal Barnway, got it going, so we had to start having a program over here. And we had many good years of programs here, and the kids were always good to us. And I always bring up, we had an old guy at camp who used to come, Zig Branowski. He was 90-some years old, born on Veterans Day, and the kids used to sing happy birthday to him and give him a cake, and presents. So we always remember the kids and what they did for Woodland Elementary. And that kind of leads me up to what I want to talk about now. Years ago, there was a janitor here, Franny Miller. He was from Aurora, and he was a veteran, and he retired as a custodian here. And he kept asking me, "Did you sign up for the honor flight?" I said, "Nah, one of these days." "No, did you sign up?" "Every year." So finally, it got to be where I got tired of hearing him, so I went and I signed up for the honor flight. And it was kind of sad because 2 weeks later, Franny died. And I never got to tell him, but I told his wife at the funeral this. And the honor flight, I had never expected it to be as nice as it was. We went down to Escanaba, and they gave us a dinner on the first night. We stayed overnight at the hotel there. And the next morning, we got up to go to the plane, and they had police cars and fire trucks and everything. And we went over to the hangar where we were going to wait for the plane, and the Escanaba band was there, and they played for us. So I thought that was really nice. But we were kind of the 24th flight for the honor flight, and we were known as the ones that were delayed. So the first day we couldn't go because of the fog, and the second day we couldn't go till about noon because of the fog. And when we went to go, about 2 weeks before the honor flight, it was mostly all Vietnam guys, and there was 3 Korean War guys. And the 4th guy died 2 weeks before we went. So they had a great big picture like that of him in his Marine uniform, and they put it on the plane, and they took it to every spot where we went. And then when we were coming home, they put it on the plane and went back to Escanaba and gave it to his family. So I thought that was really nice. Every monument we went, that picture was there. And I thought that was really nice. And I don't know if you kids can think about it, but how long do you think it takes to fly from Escanaba to Washington, D.C. by a jet? It only took us an hour and a half. So I was really surprised. And the last thing I want to say is, which was kind of special to me, one guy came up to me and said, "Do you remember me?" And I said, "No, I don't remember you." And he told me his name was Ron Johnson. And he said, "Remember when you came home from Vietnam? When I came home, I was kind of stubborn. I didn't know when I was coming home. So when I landed at Fort Airport, I grabbed my duffel bag and started walking home. Well, he picked me up and brought me home. And it was 50-some years. When I saw him that day, it was 50-some years since the last time I saw him. So I thought that was special for me, And it was a great trip, and I encourage everybody, if they can, to sign up for the honor flight, because it was really a great time. Anyway, that's all I got to say. And next we have a song, "Those Who Served," by Teresa Jennings, led by the 4th grade. you, folks, for a really great job. And now it's my privilege to have our main speaker, Bob Beaudry. Bob does a lot of stuff, hunting, and he works all the time at the VA. I see him when I go over there. Just a great, great guy. And I'm proud to have Bob Beaudry as our main speaker today. Bob?
Do you hear me? Good. Yeah, I'm the speaker today, and first off, I've been retired for 17 years from the Michigan Army National Guard. My uniform still fits me, and that's why I'm wearing it today. In honor of all. Anyways, I just want to say thanks to all the veterans here from all the branches, male, female, whether you've been drafted or you volunteered, peacetime, wartime. Just raise your hand to see how many veterans are in the audience today. My name is Robert E. Beaudry. I was born in Escanaba, raised in Gladstone. And I went to high school at Gladstone, and right out of high school I joined the Navy. 5 other of my classmates joined the same time, so we went through basic training together. I went into service because my father served in the Korean War, and I thought it was my turn to take over when I turned 18. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't want to go to college right away because I didn't want to be in debt. So I decided to mature, see the world, put money away for a car, and from college, and I did that. Basic training was interesting. It kind of broke you down and built you back up, get you ready for fleet training. After 4 years of seeing the world, mostly over in the Mediterranean, Caribbean, we had a Bob Hope birthday special on our ship, 1980, up in New York City. I finally had, my 4 years was up and I was ready to go home, and my parents came and got me. I sat in the back of a Chevy pickup with a cab with all my gear from Norfolk, Virginia up to Gladstone. And it was a good thing it was in August and not a colder month because we got chilly in the back. Once I got out of there, I started looking for work. It was hard to find work, so I decided to go to college. I bought that new car, Toyota Corolla Sports Coupe, and I was on my way to secondary education. I needed more money to get married, so I joined the Michigan Army National Guard. And that Tri-1 program turned into 21 years and 1 tour of Iraq. I enjoyed my time. I was a builder. They called me Bob the Builder, and I was in Iraq. And I also learned demolitions and weapon systems, so I taught the 11 Bravo and hotels down at the RTI in Fort Custer. So I got a little bit of extra training and something I like to do. And then we did projects up in the UP too over my course of my career. We built some bridges. The union and the state couldn't afford it, so they signed us to build a bridge for the loggers. That bridge is still there. It's a 27-foot timber trestle bridge that they use for hauling out logs. We also did roads. We also did culverts. We also did a observation tower for the handicapped in Manistee, which is still there. So we did a lot of good in my career, and I'm very proud of it. I wish I could have done more. But as I got older, I started looking at my children, and that was my first priority. My wife and kids, I wanted to be there and be part of their lives. So I fulfilled my commitment all the way up until 2007. I did 1 year after I got back. And then I turned the reins over to the next one to take my position. But I didn't stop there. It took a few years. I retired from UPS in 2016, and Katie Madsen from the VA kept asking me, "You'd be a good person to volunteer. What do you think?" After 3 years of listening to it, I finally gave in, and that was my calling. I volunteered there every Monday. I started out as a red shirt, which was a greeter, and then I worked my way to the coffee mess in which I served coffee, hot cocoa, hot tea, donuts, cookies, treats, and I got 2 years to listen to the veteran stories, which I heard quite a few over the years. And I've been doing that since 2019, and I will continue as long as I can. They asked in this to be a speaker what it means to be a veteran. I think it's the best thing that I could ever have, other than being a husband and a parent, or a grandparent too. But just the pride I take in protecting this country. We have the greatest country in the world. And some people don't understand that because they haven't been to a third world country where women can't talk, kids can't talk. They don't have the freedoms we have that sometimes we take for granted. So being that veteran, preserving our heritage, our right, our Constitution, to do what we want, be what we want within the law. That's the greatest pride that anybody can bestow upon, to wear that uniform and protect our country. And that's from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Doesn't matter. You take that oath. I took mine when I was 18 at a young age. My country, right or wrong. And sometimes we were wrong more than right. But we still serve. Because we know people back home is who we are protecting. That's all I have. Thank you.
What a great speaker. And now we'll have a song in service of our country, led by the 4th grade of Mrs. Hubbastow. And I think at this one they want all the veterans to stand too. Oh, the next one, okay. Sorry about that. At this time, we want to honor all of our veterans, men and women who served our country for many years. We'd like you to please stand and be recognized for all your hard work and dedication to our country while they sing the song on Veterans Day. So please, all veterans, please stand up to be honored, and we'll sing this song for you. Thank you, veterans. You may be seated, and I'm so proud of all of you. At this time, we'll have another song, "The Heart of America," by the 4th grade. Chaplain and Post Commander, Mr. Lewis Adams. Lewis.
O God of hosts, we bow our heads in thankfulness for the victories. You have granted us to those people who have united with us to stamp out the levels of aggression, intolerance, and greed. Grant us now your continued blessing until unity and strength that makes victories possible in the war, that we may win greater victories of peace. Amen.
Thank you, Louis. And at this time, we'll have taps performed by the KHS students Clara Anderson and Mackenzie Lancourt. Everybody please stand. Yes, everybody can sit down if you want. This kind of concludes our program. I'd like to say a few things. I want to thank all the veterans. You never know where you're going to go or what they're going to do with you, but you were there to defend our country. And I'm proud of every one of you. And the only time I get to speak is usually now and Memorial Day down at Quinnipiac. So I'd like to brag up the VA hospital. It's one of the best around, and I encourage any veteran to go over there and sign up. And also the Office of Veterans Affairs down by the airport. It's the last big hangar next to the fence when you get down to the airport. And if you got any questions or anything, if you think you should get a disability, Denise Formolo and Lacey will help you. And I just say call first, makes it easier on them. And the last thing, we have an alliance in this county of ours, and they're there to help veterans and get whatever they can for you. They meet at the Iron Mountain Legion, except for this next month. But every month they meet at the Iron Mountain Legion at 6:30, the last Wednesday of the month, and they're trying to do everything they can for veterans, and you don't have to be a veteran to go to it. So I just want to brag those three up because they sure do a lot for our community. And I'm going to read the thank yous. The writing gets smaller as it gets down towards the end of the paper. So thank you, veterans. Our post commander, Lewis Adams, our main speaker, and does a great job, a great guy, Bob Beaudry. Our Woodland principals, Mrs. Bosco and Mr. Johnson. The Girl Scouts did a great job with the Pledge of Allegiance, and also the Boy Scouts did. And the 4th grade students, you guys really sang great, and I'm really proud of you. Our music teacher, Mrs. Augusto, and the KHS students, Claire Anderson and Mackenzie Langford, for doing taps. And also the Legion, Sons of the American Legion. If they weren't with us, we'd have a hard time having a color guard. Most of the guys in our post are 70 to 80 years old. We might not look it, but we are. And we just want to thank the color guard, Mrs. Swanson's 4th grade STEM class, for making the decorations, and the kitchen staff. Every year they treat our veterans for a lunch before the program, and it's always great, so we want to thank them. And also, I want to mention 2 things. That there'll be coffee and cake after this program in the cafeteria. And on the hallway, on the way down, make sure you look at the Veterans Tribute Wall that shows all of our veterans. And we just thank you for all being here. And this concludes our program. And at this time, our color guard will march out. Color guard. thank you Cub Scouts and leaders and Girl Scouts. Thank you, and all veterans.